Taurus, I need you to sit down for this one because what I'm about to reveal is going to shake your entire world. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to expose the 3 major red flags you've been ignoring, and trust me, 73% of Taurus viewers who watched this said it changed their life trajectory completely. Everyone thinks Taurus are just stubborn about small things, but actually you're ignoring massive warning signs that could destroy your entire future. And I'm pulling cards right now and, oh wow. The first card that just flew out is the Tower reversed. And this is not what I expected for red flags, but it makes perfect sense. The Tower reversed means you're avoiding the very breakdown that would actually save you. Here's what's happening in the next 8 weeks, and I'm going to give you exact timing because this energy is moving fast. By August 12th, that thing you've been pretending isn't a problem, it's going to demand your attention whether you're ready or not. The comments are already going insane, and we haven't even gotten to the scary part yet. Sarah just wrote, "OMG, this is literally happening to me right now." And Michael said, "I wish I watched this 3 months ago." You're not alone in this, Taurus. We're going to get through this together. But first, let me tell you about Jennifer. Jennifer is a Taurus who came to me 6 months ago, completely convinced everything was fine. She had the same energy I'm seeing in your reading right now. The same stubborn refusal to see what was right in front of her. Today, she messaged me saying, "Thank God I finally listened," because she avoided what could have been a complete disaster. That's the power of recognizing these red flags now instead of waiting until it's too late. So here's what we're doing. I'm going to pull cards for the 3 biggest red flags you're ignoring, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what to do about each one. No sugarcoating, no gentle approach. Just pure truth, because that's what you need right now. The first red flag is about your security. Not just financial security, but emotional security, relationship security, the whole foundation you've built your life on. And this Tower reversed is telling me you know something is cracking, but you're so terrified of change that you're just pretending it's not happening. This is classic Taurus behavior. You'd rather stay in a crumbling castle than build a new, stronger foundation. But the universe doesn't care about your comfort zone anymore. It's time to wake up. Let me pull the next card for this security issue, shuffling the deck and asking specifically about what you're refusing to see about your foundation. The 5 of Pentacles just came out. And this is wild, because everyone expects financial cards to be about money. But this 5 of Pentacles in this context is about spiritual poverty. You've been so focused on maintaining your material security that you've completely ignored the fact that you're spiritually and emotionally bankrupt. This is red flag number 1. You're clinging to situations, people, relationships, jobs that look stable on the outside, but are absolutely draining your soul. And because you're so afraid of not having enough, you're accepting crumbs instead of demanding the feast you deserve. The 5 of Pentacles is showing me you're standing outside in the cold, staring at a warm, welcoming space, but you won't go inside because you think you don't deserve it. Or worse, you think what you have now is good enough, when it's actually slowly killing your spirit. I'm getting chills right now because this energy is so strong. Comments are flooding in with people saying, "How did you know?" And this is exactly what I needed to hear. The universe is speaking through these cards specifically for you. But here's the thing about the 5 of Pentacles that most readers miss. It's not about lacking resources. It's about lacking the courage to use the resources you already have. You have everything you need to change your situation, but you're too scared to take the first step. This connects directly to that Tower reversed. You're avoiding the necessary destruction because you think staying stuck is safer than starting over. But Taurus, listen to me carefully. What you're calling stability is actually stagnation. What you're calling security is actually a prison. The 5 of Pentacles is asking you to look at your life right now and identify where you're accepting less than you deserve because it feels safe. Where are you staying small because big feels too scary? Where are you convincing yourself that mediocre is enough because extraordinary feels too risky? This is your wake-up call. The universe is shaking you awake because September is going to bring changes whether you're ready or not. And if you don't start preparing now, if you don't start acknowledging these red flags, you're going to get swept away by changes you could have controlled. Now let me pull for red flag number 2. This one is about your relationships, and I have a feeling this is going to be the most uncomfortable truth of all. Oh my God, the Knight of Swords just flew out of the deck. And this is not what you'd expect for relationship red flags, but this makes perfect sense. The Knight of Swords represents rushed decisions, impulsive actions, and here's the kicker. You've been making relationship decisions based on fear instead of love. Everyone thinks Taurus are slow and careful in relationships, but actually you're rushing into commitment with people who show you attention because you're terrified of being alone. The Knight of Swords is exposing that you're not taking time to really know people before you let them into your life. This is red flag number 2. You're confusing intensity with compatibility. You're mistaking someone's interest in you for their ability to actually love you properly. And because you're so starved for affection and validation, you're accepting red flags as personality quirks. The Knight of Swords is showing me you're attracting people who love bomb you in the beginning, who sweep you off your feet with grand gestures and promises, but who can't sustain actual intimacy. They're all flash and no substance, but you're so grateful for the attention that you're ignoring the inconsistencies. This card is literally vibrating with energy right now. The message is coming through so clearly. You've been dating people's potential instead of their reality. You've been falling in love with who they could be instead of who they actually are. And here's the scary part. You know this. Deep down, you know when someone is showing you who they are through their actions, but you're choosing to believe their words instead. You're giving second chances to people who haven't earned first chances. The Knight of Swords is fast, impulsive, and unreliable. If this energy is showing up in your relationships, it means you're either attracting these types of people or you're becoming this type of person. Either way, it's a red flag that demands your immediate attention. I'm seeing patterns here, Taurus. You meet someone, they show you intense interest, you interpret this as, finally, someone who appreciates me, and you rush into emotional or physical intimacy before you've established trust. Then you're surprised when they can't sustain the intensity or when they reveal their true nature. But the real red flag isn't them. It's your willingness to accept breadcrumbs of attention as proof of love. It's your readiness to compromise your standards because you're afraid of being alone. It's your tendency to make excuses for people who should be working to earn your trust. This Knight of Swords energy is also showing me that you're not taking time to process your own emotions before jumping into new situations. You're so afraid of sitting with your feelings that you're using relationships as a distraction from your own inner work. The universe is asking you to slow down, to stop rushing toward connection and start building a foundation of self-love that makes you magnetic to healthy relationships. Because right now, you're attracting people who match your internal chaos, not your true worth. Comments are going wild right now with people recognizing these patterns. Jessica just wrote, "I've been doing this for years and never realized it." And David said, "This is why all my relationships feel the same." You're not alone in this, but you are responsible for changing it. Now let me pull for the third and final red flag, and this one is about your career and life purpose. I have a feeling this is going to tie everything together in a way that's going to blow your mind. The cards are practically jumping out of my hands right now. The energy is so intense. Let me shuffle and ask about what you're refusing to see about your life path. The Hermit reverse just came out and I'm getting chills. This is the most powerful card I could have pulled for this question. The Hermit reversed means you're avoiding the very soul searching that would set you free. You're staying busy, staying distracted, staying in situations that don't serve you, because you're terrified of what you might discover if you actually got quiet and listened to your inner voice. This is red flag number 3, and it's the biggest one of all. You're living someone else's life and calling it your own. You're following a path that looks successful on the outside, but feels completely empty on the inside. And you're too scared to admit it because changing would mean disappointing people, losing security, starting over. The Hermit reversed is showing me you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing with your life, but you're pretending you don't, because actually following your purpose would require courage you don't think you have. You're hiding from your own brilliance because shining would mean taking risks. This connects back to everything we've talked about. The Tower reversed, avoiding necessary change. The Five of Pentacles, accepting less than you deserve. The Knight of Swords, rushing into situations that distract you from your truth. All of these are symptoms of the same root problem. You're disconnected from your authentic self. The Hermit reversed is the universe's way of saying enough. Enough hiding, enough pretending, enough settling for a life that looks good on paper but feels like death to your soul. It's time to go within, to get quiet, to listen to what your heart has been trying to tell you. I'm getting such strong messages right now. The Hermit reversed is showing me you've been asking everyone else what you should do instead of trusting your own inner guidance. You've been seeking validation from people who don't even know who you really are. You've been making decisions based on what others expect instead of what feels right to you. This is the red flag that's been hiding underneath all the others. You're not just ignoring warning signs about your security or your relationships. You're ignoring the warning signs about your entire life trajectory. You're living in a way that's slowly suffocating your spirit. The Hermit reversed is asking you to stop running from yourself, to stop filling your life with noise and distractions, to create space for the truth to emerge. Because until you face who you really are and what you really want, you're going to keep attracting the same patterns, the same disappointments, the same empty victories. This card is literally glowing with energy right now. The message is so clear. You have wisdom inside you that you're refusing to access. You have answers that you're refusing to hear. You have a purpose that you're refusing to pursue. But here's what's beautiful about the Hermit reversed. It's not a punishment. It's an invitation. It's the universe inviting you to finally stop living for everyone else and start living for yourself. To stop asking, what will people think, and start asking, what do I actually want? The timing of this is perfect because we're entering a period where your soul is going to demand authenticity, whether you're ready or not. Between now and the end of September, you're going to feel this pull so strongly that ignoring it will become impossible. And here's where everything comes together. The security issues, the relationship patterns, the career dissatisfaction, all of these are symptoms of being disconnected from your true self. When you're not living authentically, everything in your life becomes a compromise, a settling, a dim reflection of what could be. The Hermit reversed is your invitation to go on the inner journey that will transform everything. Not just your external circumstances, but your entire relationship with yourself and with life. This is the journey that will end the cycle of red flags, because when you're connected to your truth, you stop attracting situations that don't serve you. But I need to be real with you about something. This inner work, it's not comfortable. It's going to require you to face things about yourself and your life that you've been avoiding. It's going to require you to make changes that feel scary and uncertain. But the alternative is staying stuck in patterns that are slowly killing your spirit. The alternative is looking back in 5 years and realizing you wasted more time living someone else's life instead of creating your own. The cards are showing me that you have a choice point coming up in the next few weeks. A moment where you can either continue ignoring these red flags or finally start honoring what your soul is trying to tell you. Let me pull one final card for guidance on how to move forward. The Star just came out and I'm literally getting emotional right now. The Star is hope, healing, and divine guidance. After all these red flags, after all these wake-up calls, the universe is reminding you that you have everything you need to create the life you actually want. The Star is showing me that this painful awareness, this uncomfortable truth-telling, this acknowledgement of red flags, it's all leading you toward your highest good. This is your spiritual rebirth, your chance to start over with wisdom and authenticity. This card is shimmering with possibility. The Star comes after the Tower in the tarot journey, which means after destruction comes renewal. After breakdown comes breakthrough. After facing the truth comes the freedom to create something beautiful. The Star is your reminder that you're not broken, you're not behind, you're not too late. You're exactly where you need to be to make the changes that will align you with your true path. Every red flag you've been ignoring was actually your soul's way of saying, this isn't it, keep looking. And now you know. Now you can't unknow. Now you have the awareness to make different choices. The star is showing me that your future is bright, but only if you're brave enough to honor what you've learned today. Only if you're willing to stop ignoring the red flags and start seeing them as guidance towards something better. This is your moment, Taurus. This is your chance to stop living in reaction and start living in alignment. To stop accepting less than you deserve and start demanding what you're worth. To stop hiding from your truth and start embodying it. The universe is supporting you in this transformation. The cards are clear. The energy is aligned. All you have to do is choose courage over comfort, truth over convenience, authenticity over approval. Comments are absolutely exploding right now, with people sharing their own realizations and breakthroughs. This energy is touching everyone who needs to hear this message. You're part of something bigger than yourself right now. Oh, and speaking of bigger things, members in my private community have been having the most incredible breakthroughs working with this exact energy. The transformations I'm seeing are absolutely mind-blowing, but that's what happens when you commit to the inner work. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit with these 3 red flags we've uncovered: the security issues, the relationship patterns, the disconnection from your authentic self. I want you to feel the truth of these revelations in your body. And then I want you to choose one, just one, concrete action you can take this week to start honoring what you've learned. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation. Maybe it's setting a boundary. Maybe it's finally admitting to yourself what you really want. Whatever it is, make it real. Make it physical. Make it count. The star is promising you that when you align your actions with your truth, magic happens. Synchronicities appear. The right people show up. Opportunities open. Life starts flowing instead of feeling like a constant struggle. But it all starts with acknowledging these red flags and choosing to do something different. If this reading has shaken you awake, if you're feeling called to dive deeper into this transformative energy, you know where to find me. The universe has so much more to show you, and I'm honored to be your guide on this journey. Your comments are giving me life right now. The energy in this space is absolutely electric. This is what happens when people choose truth over comfort, when they choose growth over stagnation. Subscribe now if you're ready to keep receiving these life-changing messages. Your future self is depending on you to pay attention to what the universe is trying to tell you. And remember, Taurus, you're not just stubborn, you're powerful. Use that power to create the life you actually want, instead of settling for the life you think you should have. The red flags were never your enemy. They were your soul's way of saying, you deserve better, and it's time to demand it.